For data analysts, read is probably the most important CRUD operation. So when you need to read things out of the database in order to make sense of data that is in there. So the SQL SELECT statement is how we accomplish reads in SQL. So here's the basic syntax for this, and we will go through each of these parts. The first part after the select statement is optional. You can place the word all or distinct row. Either of those things in that particular space is valid. The other thing to mention here is that if you place none of them, all is the default. So you can say select and move directly to the select expression without using all or distinct row, and that would be okay. But the behavior is that it would return all rows, including duplicated rows. That's the default behavior. Distinct and distinct row is actually the same thing, and they specify that the results set should not have duplicate rows when it is output to you. And you'll see several uses for that. It's pretty important to see that. And just a reminder of the syntax here, the things inside brackets is optional, and the things inside braces means you're going to pick one of those things. The pipe character means or. And I'll try to remember to always include comments like that as we're going along here. So moving forward, the select expression is the expression representing a column output in the result set. That's what you want the column to look like in the output. You can simply say star or asterisk, and if you include an asterisk, that just means to select all of the columns from all of the table references that you have. Otherwise, you can specify individual columns to include in the output set. You must have at least one select expression, but you could have many select expressions in your select statement. The next thing is optional, but it's usually required. So it's optional if you're doing simple calculations and things like that, but if you're selecting from a table, you must have the from clause. From denotes that you want to retrieve data from a particular location, and then table references is a list of tables. Usually it's one table, but it could be multiple tables from which you want to retrieve rows. Next is also optional. The where clause indicates the condition or conditions that rows must satisfy to be selected into the output set. So where condition is an expression that evaluates to either true or false, and if it's true, then that row will be selected and you will see it in your results. And finally, we have order by, and order by is the sort order of the results. If you order by a particular column, then that's the name of the column you want to sort on. An expression can be a column alias, so a name of a column that's not necessarily the same as what it is in the table, but one that better represents what it means. And then finally, position, you can enter a numeric order of the particular column. So which column number from left to right would you like to order by? Then, after one of those things, you would specify either ascending, ASC, or descending order, DESC. And you could have multiple levels of ordering in these. So we will look at some examples to look at your different ways of doing some of these select queries. And these are very simple select queries, and they will get much more complex as we move into the next module.